Hey there and welcome back to South Park: The Stick of Truth. My name is Pete and today we complete the Gatecrasher part of the main quest line, as well as the hide-and-seek side quest, and we're also going to push the ManBearPig and Big Game Huntin with Jimbo side quests forward. So we have a lot on our plate, let's get to it.
Can you keep a secret? Neither can I.
This episode, by the way, slightly shorter than the previous ones, simply because we kind of naturally reach a good point to make a cut.
You have to prove your maturity to see this movie, and you can't because you're not of sufficient age.
Now up first, our job is to recruit Token in the Gatecrasher quest, and the main problem so far was that we couldn't get past the guard. However, we have now bought a gas mask from Jimbo, and we can equip that now to protect us from his pepper spray attack.
I warn you, sir, I have 5 years training at the mall. Move along, sir. What the fuck? Oh no!
Oh Christ, what a pickle!
This now triggers a fight against the gate security guard, but all in all he's not that tough, and using Jiu-Jitsu here we also make sure that both the new kid and Barracks can both attack twice, which should likely already be enough to take him down without him getting a single attack in.
I was seeing if it works.
At this point also thank you for the feedback in the last episode. I will now try to speed up combat slightly, unless of course we deal with enemies that need a bit of explaining.
Move along.
I hope we didn't hurt you too bad.
Alright, here we are. The security guard is defeated, we earn the Billy Club of Smiting, and most importantly, we can now enter the Dark Meadows estate. There is a bag behind the gate that we need to loot, and then we can open garage number 12 of 15 in this playthrough. That means only 3 more remain for the Parkeologist achievement. Now, before ringing the bell, let's also shoot down the Chin Pokemon from the window here. If I'm not mistaken, this one is number 11 of 30. There is also a backpack in the bushes, and now that we have that, we can finally recruit Token.
Yeah? Can I help you? What's this? Oh, the elves took the stick again? Hang on a second. Thank you for thy message, traveler. I shall make haste to Kupa Keep. Mom, can you drive me to Eric's house?
Alright, Token is now our friend and we have recruited both him and Tweak now. And with Craig still in detention, we now need to head back to Kupa Keep.
Move along, sir. I can't look at you without feelings of deep personal shame.
Before we do that, however, there are a few other things that we can take care of now, including another quick fight against some elves outside of the cinema, simply to obtain a few experience points and loot.
How'd you feel to totally not be able to heal any tears from Teller movie?
I hope we don't get in trouble for this.
The fight itself here not too spectacular, the elves don't really stand a chance against us, but at least we managed to score 4 more perfect attacks, getting us closer and closer to the weapon proficiency achievement.
I'm a lot more experienced now.
After the fight, we earn 20 experience points and can now loot the elves' bodies, and our next destination will once again be the farm at the northeast end of town. There are actually 2 small things that we can take care of here, the first belonging to the Big Game Hunting with Jimbo side quest, and the other one to the ManBearPig side quest. For Big Game Hunting with Jimbo, one of the animals we need to hunt is the farm cow, and in order to lure one over, we can use the cowbell on the gate here. The cow will then approach, we can simply knock it over with one single hit, no need for combat here, and that's one more animal off the list. Quick and easy. Now for the ManBearPig side quest, we need to place a ManBearPig sensor at the top of the barn here, and while we still cannot enter through the front door of the barn, we don't need to, as the ladders here will easily get us up to the roof where we can place the second of 3 sensors. Now there is only 1 more sensor left to place, and we will also do that in this episode. However, we need to place it at the exact opposite end of town, and it will take a while until we actually get there again. For now we can backtrack, and next to the hobo merchant here we can go down, as this is the fastest way to get back to Cartman's home. That is of course unless we were to use fast travel. We can now pass by the house of Mr. Slave, which then brings us to the playground, and here we can head down again. You might remember this is the way we also took to get to Kenny's house. Instead of going right though, we will head left this time.
Welcome to the neighborhood.
Befriending Mr. Broflovsky in front of Cal's house gives us another perk, and for this one I have decided to go with Griefer. This will inflict extra damage against enemies that are pissed off, and since our Sling of David now also inflicts the pissed off status effect, I think this is a suitable perk at this point. We can then open garage number 13 and shoot down the ladder inside, which will then get us up to the top for some more sweet loot. And the druid ropes here are actually a nice piece of equipment, adding not only 6 armor but also automatically dealing damage to every enemy who melee attacks, and I consider that a substantial upgrade over what we have equipped right now. So let's finally part ways with the holy robes and equip the druid robes. And we will of course transfer the equipment patch to our new armor as well. And with the garage looted and the equipment upgraded, we can now head inside of the house here, this one belonging to Stan and his family.
Well, this is Stan's house, but he isn't here right now.
Hey guys, grab a beer and join me for Sports Center.
Now Stan himself isn't home at the moment and we won't actually see him for quite a while, but that shouldn't keep us from thoroughly looting the place. We have 2 spots of interest in the kitchen and then also a few more upstairs.
I'm never coming out!
I'm sure he'd give you his underwear if you just asked.
Now this right here might not tell us anything at the moment, but it is very important nonetheless, especially those arrows at the bottom. Right, up, right, down, right, let's just keep that in mind. It will be useful later on in the game. Let's also not forget to loot the drawer and the backpack over to the right, and that's all we can do in Stan's room.
Who the fuck are you? I'm gonna kill you, turd!
Well, her room seems to be blocked for the moment.
Stan's dad takes big shits.
Despite her rather aggressive behavior, there is no way we can fight our way through here, so the only option we have left is to simply proceed with the bathroom.
If it splashes, it means you get a free wish.
And that's everything we can do in Stan's house for the moment, so let's head back outside, and up next we have a meeting to attend at Kupa Keep.
Well, soldiers, reporting for duty, Grand Wizard.
Nice work, douchebag. Now all my men are here and ready to fight for the— Wait a minute. Where's Feldspar? Where's my level 12 thief?
Hey, yeah, where's Craig?
He's in detention. What?
He flipped off the principal, so he's in detention again.
Oh my god. If they've locked away our thief in detention, we have no hope of getting back the stick of truth. We have to break him out.
Ah, no way, man. Last time we broke Craig out of detention, we all got in trouble.
Getting into trouble is a risk that douchebag is willing to take. You have to break out our thief, douchebag. But don't worry, I will not let you go unprepared. I'm going to teach you how to use magic. Meet me at the training barracks. It's time for you to learn Dragon Shout.
Alright, time to follow Cartman's lead again. Let's learn the Dragon Shout.
You fight well, douchebag. But to truly succeed in combat, you must learn to harness the power of your farts. Farting on an opponent at precisely the right time is key to battle. I shall show you how it's done, but first, you must take the gentleman's oath. You must promise to never, ever fart on anyone's balls, okay? Farting on an opponent is necessary, but farting on someone's balls is not cool. Do you understand? All right, then let's begin your training. To conjure Dragon Shout, you must first clear your mind and take in a deep breath through your butthole. Like so. Huh? Then, let it rumble inside you, and Dragon Shout! I'll show you one more time. Suck it in. Let it rumble. Dragon Shout! Now you. Ready? Dragon Shout! Find the frequency. Hold. Hold. My god, that was incredible. A man could live 100 years and never again witness a spell so boisterous. Could it be that the prophecies are true? Could it be that the Dragonborn has come at last, in our hour of need? Now let us try your skill on a real opponent. Hey, Princess Kenny. Could you come here a sec? Shh, don't tell him. Okay, just real quick, Princess Kenny. Sir Douchebag wants to show you something. All right, you two, spar! Sir Douchebag, show Princess Kenny the magical powers I have taught you. That was fucking hilarious! Dude, that was fucking awesome! Oh, okay, good job, Sir Douchebag. That was sweet. Thanks, Princess Kenny. That's all for now. Okay, but dude, seriously, remember, don't ever do that on someone's balls, okay? Seriously. You have mastered dragon shouts. From now on, it will be easier for you. Kenny will assist you on your quest, douchebag. Now go get Craig while I rest and relax upon my throne.
Alright, we just learned the magic farting ability, which we can now both use in and outside of combat, and we also unlocked our second buddy of the game in Kenny. And we can now change buddies at any time, even in combat, and I would say let's get a bit more familiar with Kenny and his abilities. Also, Cartman just told us to take him with us to the school, and that was actually solid advice, as Kenny will be quite useful there. Now we're quickly going to the sewers just to grab another Kindergartner for the hide-and-seek quest, but let's talk a bit more about Kenny. Kenny as a buddy is interesting, although I personally don't like him that much, since he's a buddy that is focused very heavily on his abilities. Kenny has no close-range attack at all, and his long-range attack is also rather weak against armored enemies, so in the fights we have him with us, we will have to rely on him as an ability caster and not that much as a frontline fighter. Still, Kenny has some pretty cool abilities, and we will be able to experience those soon enough.
I used to be sad, but I found Jesus at the church.
For now, let's quickly climb down in the sewers and locate Kindergartner number 5 of 6.
Fillmore told me to pick that spot. Pretty good, huh?
We can then immediately leave the sewers again, because we currently cannot cross that gap on the right. So our next destination is the Tower of Peace, where for the first time we can use our farting ability outside of combat. On the PC, that is done using the G key, and a well-placed fart can, for example, create interesting effects with fire. In this case, it melts the ice around another Chin Pokémon, allowing us to pick it up and add number 12 to the collection.
I don't even like donuts. That's the sad truth.
Speaking of collecting, now that we have found 5 of 6 Kindergartners, let's also quickly find the last one. Then we can turn that quest in for a small reward and also a few more friend requests. Like I mentioned earlier, that last Kindergartner is on the west end of town, hidden in the bushes near Stark's Pond.
This place is dark and scary. What if you never found me?
And here we are, 6 of 6 Kindergartners found, and we could now return to the playground to turn that quest in. Before we do that though, let's also quickly place the last remaining ManBearPig sensor, as this will now also allow us to return to Al Gore and continue the ManBearPig quest line. Now we have reached the school, but we're not going inside yet. Instead, we're using the fast travel flag in front of it to teleport us back over to the playground. And here we can now complete the hide-and-seek side quest.
Craig's so hot, like he just doesn't give a fuck. You found all of us. You win!
Alright, we earned 38 experience points, $2.50, and most importantly 6 friend requests, so we just took one large step towards the goal of befriending all of South Park. And up next, with all 3 ManBearPig sensors placed, let's also return to Al Gore.
It's like totally awesome to be mature like me and not immature like you twerps.
Good job, Junior Algorian! With all the sensors in place, I can get a reading on my... I knew it! These are definitely hot ManBearPig readings! Come with me. I must put this data in the data ManBearPig base.
Are you the kid who's making all those friends?
Alright, we just received Al Gore's storage key, and the ManBearPig base is actually very close by, so we can quickly head over there and enter the next stage of that quest.
Uh-huh. This is very interesting. The sensors have picked up ManBearPig underneath the ground of South Park. If you know anywhere you can get underground, go there at once and run this defibrillator.
Alright, this is about as far as we can push the quest at the moment. To continue it, we need to be able to cross that gap in the sewers, and it will take a while longer until we gain that ability. So I think we're now ready to return to the school and free Craig from detention.
Craig,
Craig, this is detention, okay? Stop looking at your watch because you're here for 3 hours, buddy, okay?
Whatever.
Now, don't think your friends are gonna come bust you out this time, Craig.
My name is Feldspar, and I'm a level 6 thief, and the humans will soon rescue me from this tower.
No, your name is fucking Craig Tucker, and you're in detention. Now start doing your homework. Okay, I've got all the doors sealed, and I've got hallway monitors working overtime. Nobody's gonna save your ass today, Craig, okay?
Okay, I suppose our quest is laid out for us. The school is a very interesting and actually a very well-designed level in this game, but it takes a while to complete, and that is why I decided to make the cut here. So in the next episode we will head into South Park Elementary to free Craig, and that also includes our second boss fight of the series. So stay tuned for that, leave a like if you enjoyed this episode. If you want to support the channel and stay up to date, then of course feel free to subscribe. And as always, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.